My name is Morse Donaldson, and I am a Capricorn, the birth sign of fame and success. My ruling planet is Saturn, which the fourth dimensional demons have chosen to rule the lifestyle of you Earth humans and to keep you too ignorant and dumb to know what they are doing. All of the religious and corporate signs on this planet represent the planet of Saturn, particularly the Christian cross, which has been the symbol of Saturn for hundreds of millions of years in the past. It has been an easy brainwash of the ignorant humans here by the fallen angel demons, manipulating the minds of the unconscious human family here on Earth and keeping you in abject darkness for their pleasure and their gain, while you operate millions of years behind the other planetary human families, because fourth dimensional demons have placed their shape-shifting albino vehicles among the human family members as a super rich white ruling class of human blood drinkers and flesh eaters, controlling the planet via war and military industrial machinery. The Rockefeller and Rothschild aliens and their allies are here to enslave you, eat you, and maintain you in poverty, not to assist you to advance yourself. No way. Your advancement would mean your freedom from these alien demonic forces of the fourth dimension, and they are not having that. You are their bitch, as the pimps in the pulpit puts it behind your back while selling you false and erroneous information. By the way, in case you didn't notice, I am Black Cherokee on my mother's side of this human family. The greatest story never told is what the black story is. It is impossible to pack 950 billion years into just 15 minutes. So, principally, 560 million years of the Earth drama will slide into a 3 to 5 part series. The Jews have stolen the astrotheology of it and made it anthropomorphic, then sold their confusion to the European emperors, who then forced these Jewish fairy tales down their subjects' throats in order to get them to completely obey that ignorance by burning them, hanging them, and decapitating them, so as to instill fear into anyone who would go up against their rule and their dictates.
I didn't even date in my 20s. It was rough. It was rough.
Charles Darwin, as was most of the Western so-called thinkers, insane, because the Jews and the Aryans were stealing black people from Africa after the African Moors were trying to civilize the European from 710 AD to 1492 and beyond, all the way up to Scandinavia by building bathhouses for them, for their aversion to bathing, thinking that being naked was a sin. Everyone in the civilized world knows that humans are genetically engineered by higher dimensional beings, by them tying DNA and strands of genes together. A belief system saying that humans evolved from monkeys is as ignorant as the European believing that the planet was flat, you went to a certain level and you fell off, and that the earth was the very center of the universe with the sun traveling around the planet Earth. This is merely proof that the European came out of abject darkness and has never had any light. The same way with the fallen angels. They fell out of grace from Prime Creator, which means that the Jews, having been produced by these fallen angels with their Father, Lord God, Jehovah, have never, ever had any cosmic and galactic intelligence. Up until this very day, they have no cosmic and galactic night. That's right, cosmic and galactic night, because it is that blackness which brings about consciousness. Up until this very day, these devils do not know who they are fucking with. During the fifth dimensional Tara superhuman black existence at a spacecraft level, humans came from all over this universe to see this superhuman black race created by the Galactic Federation's genetic engineers, to see them fly without airplanes, to see them call things into existence out of thin air, to walk through walls, to condense the sun rays into masses and then turn those masses into physical objects such as spacecraft and flying cars, like the Christ beings themselves are capable of doing. Oh, but these beasts got their surprise by the inner Earth spacecraft civilization, who bombed their Fort Worth, Texas underground bases where they keep the uranium, who also bombed the CIA's entrances to their underground base in Culpeper, Virginia, and the other area in Trinidad, Colorado. Now they know that black people dominate this universe. They pay high prices to their cosmonauts over in NASA and the Russians at Mir to keep it a secret that black people dominate this universe. They Photoshop out the black flown videos that NASA takes. Had these devils been honorable, the black race could have taken them into a future well beyond their wildest dreams. A tiny fraction of quantum vacuum technology could power this entire planet for one day. The Rockefeller threatened to murder Eisenhower if he used what the aliens gave him. Stephen Hawking over at Stanford University is still talking about a Big Bang and one universe, while Prime Creator and his genres thought billions of universes.
And USC was kind enough to let us in this auditorium. We thank USC. At Virginia Tech, her works read all throughout the world, her books.
First, we have to have a serious focus on vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And part of the problem today is that our vision of freedom freedom has become narrow and truncated. If you go back to the black freedom struggle, freedom was about black self-respect, self-love, and control over our destiny. That's a fundamental ideal. These days, freedom is much more personal security, material prosperity, trying to get over. That's not freedom. That might be one aspect of freedom, but if that's all that the foremothers and forefathers fought for, is just for some black folk at the top to get over, then they struggled in vain, and they did not struggle in vain. So how do we incorporate personal security and material prosperity, but at that deeper level? Self-respect, self-love, treating others right, unifying in such a way that we agree to disagree, and still trying to redefine the dream for not just America, but the world. Because America's conception of its dream is just freedom to succeed, to get over. That's too narrow. And there'll never be enough spaces at the top for all Negroes to get over. And that's true for brothers and sisters or whatever. I know I'll go on, but let's start.
These fourth dimensional demons that created the Caucasians so that they could use them to take over the planet are destroyers. They're not creators. On the positive note, first, Vera Rubin at Stanford University proves that the universe is 99% black, as well as the entire creation. Next, Ashiana Dean is provided with information that the black race is the most superior species on Earth with its 12-stranded DNA system, while the white race is only a 2-stranded inferior DNA species. She was told that it would take hundreds of thousands of incarnations for the sole white species to incarnate into a 4th-stranded DNA system, while the beings such as the Jews and the Aryans, who are humanoids, could never move into a higher-stranded DNA system. This universe has witnessed this sick and selfish savage species for what it is, as Camelot turns their barrel of horrible karma right back upon their heads at the corporate, political, and criminal religious levels. Those of you who are present today and tomorrow will be here to see this beast destroy itself, to see the end of a long, dark, winding road to the very end of the demonic warmongering epic by the children of the dreaded Dracos. The Hebrews fallen angels go right along with them back to the pits of hell with their God the Father of their Genesis book of lies. These devils really thought they were going to get over on everyone with their evil nonsense, because with it they could manifest concrete and steel buildings in their machine world existence. Wrong. The black spacecraft civilization on the inner Earth told Admiral Byrd in 1947 what would happen if these devils persisted in their agenda to attempt to rule the planet and to institute nuclear warfare here. Now they are having their bases bombed by the Azurite guards, and there's nothing that they can do to stop this destruction of the inner worlds that they have created with the monies of the American people, who did not even know that these worlds existed.